All right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am James Oliver Jr., the managing partner of Kabila Ventures, a new pre-seed venture firm launching soon. CEO of Kabila, which connects overlooked founders to capital, customers, and co-founders. Husband to an amazing wife, co-founder of the world's cutest twins. Tell us where you're coming in from in the comments as we get going here. Let's get the chat lit up. And please share this on your social media channels to invite your friends to join this important conversations, because we are here intentionally connecting founders with customers, right? We are big advocates for early stage founders, and early stage founders need customers. Also, as we get into this, please drop your questions in the comments and we'll do our best to get to all of them. Quick update. If you follow me on LinkedIn, you know that I recently announced that we just started the Kabila Founder Mental Health Fund with a $25,000 grant from Techstars co-founder Brad Feld. We're going to use that fund to pay for therapy for founders in our Kabila community and our portfolio company founders once we launch the fund. Stay tuned for that. More to come. So as I said, the two most important things for early stage founders, customers and capital. We're addressing the capital piece when we launched Kabila Ventures. And we're doing something new to help the founders in our community connect with customers. It's called Kabila Customer Connections. We're glad you're here. Being very intentional about this to bring founders to you so you can learn who they are, what they're building, and why they're building, and become a customer. That's the point of this. So we appreciate you joining with us. And we have a treat for you today. M-T Strickland is my Morehouse brother and a great, great dude, man. Like me, he's a Techstars alum, so I'm rocking my Techstars swag today. And he's the founder and CEO of Metric Mate. What up, MT?
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
Good, man. Good to see you. I'm so glad to be with you. We got Omari in the house. What's up, Omari? Good to see you, man. Please share this out, Omari, on your social channel and LinkedIn. Just reshare it. Tell some people to come join us, man. This is super important. We have got to lift up the founders, the early stage founders, especially the founders here in Atlanta, right? Because Omari's in Atlanta too.
100%.
So bro, like let's talk about Metric Mate. First of all, please explain to everyone what Metric Mate is.
No, for sure. So one, appreciate you having me on, my brother. Always
of course,
good
man.
to sit down and converse with you and catch up and talk that good talk. So and definitely appreciative of the platform that you're giving to founders at all stages to be able to be introduced to the world and share their stories and share that information, and also make those connections for those initial customers and making sure that we don't get to the point where we're pulling our hair out. So you are the man. I got to give you flowers when I can.
Well, we all still pulling our hair out, right? But we got the Founder Mental Therapy Fund to help people who pull their hair out, right?
Segue. No, but Metric Mate, man, we're in the data analytics space, fitness technology. So what we do is we're pretty much a personal trainer in your pocket. That's the easiest way to kind of explain it to everybody that they kind of understand. We're using sensor technology, mobile applications, artificial intelligence, the whole gambit of current technology to make your fitness journey not only more effective by being able to track data in ways that you currently don't track, or even take the tracking data that you're getting right now and make it more consumable for the user. But we make it fun. So leaderboards are always a great thing. Competitions are always a great thing, but then we take it a step further and we'll actually reward you for being active on your fitness journey, for continuing to track your progress, be aware, share your progress with people in your network on social media like we're streaming right now, so that you can maintain that motivation. You can get that endorphin release when people congratulate you or send you likes or hearts or pokes, as it used to be back in the old school Facebook day, for being consistent. And as we know, being consistent is the best way to conquer any health goal that you want to be able to conquer. Metric Mate is in place to make that easier, more fun, and more predictable in every way through data.
Okay, cool. So basically using the tool to accomplish your fitness goals, right?
That's it.
Perfect.
We take in everything from your current trackers, like your Fitbit and your Peloton and your Apple Watch, but then we also take it to another level and allow you to turn data from your bench press, your squat, your leg extension into consumable information. So yeah, man, not only doing the cardio side, which a lot of people know from being doing the step challenges and all that stuff at their job and being able to participate in the marathons where they have the trackers. But now we're in the resistance training side as well. So hopefully help folks get exposed to that. The newcomers come in with a different knowledge because of our technology, but then the ones that have been doing it for a while, we want to take their game to a whole nother level through data.
Okay. Oh, awesome. So what inspired you to start Metric Mate?
I mean, it was me and my two co-founders, Braxton Davis and Clemens Ricks. Man, we came together and we wanted to answer a simple question: what did I do the last time I was in the gym? I don't know if folks that have been to the gym remember people walking around with the clipboard and they had their pen and they were writing down what they did or trying to track it in a manual app. So they're sitting at the machine or sitting on the treadmill, getting on Instagram because they happened to open up their phone. And we saw that there had to be a better way to be able to be more automatic about tracking that type of data, but also be a little bit more accurate and make it into a good time. So it's not a real, I want to call it burden, but a task to get into the gym and be accurate. And a lot of us just like to get into the flow. I don't want to count my reps. I don't want to worry about what I'm doing. I just want to get up there and go real hard and go home. So we just had to go down this path and bring this technology to life to make that accessible for everybody.
Oh, cool, man. So you were also on Shark Tank. Like, what was that experience like?
It was a good experience.
Come on, give us the real, man.
No, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It was a good experience. I mean, it was good and it's bad. It's like the gift and the curse, as Jay-Z said with his album. Like the gift was the opportunity to be able to take advantage of that. Like I had many people call it the Super Bowl of entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the big show when it comes to being on this path, and that's what it felt like. From the preparation to the practice to the research that we did on the front end, and then being able to go up there and actually execute, it was a good time. So season 14, episode 11, shameless plug, most watched Shark Tank episode on the books as far as we know. So as long as y'all put some more eyes on it, we'll continue to maintain that crown. That's the word that I got. So I'm running with the word that
has that been helpful for the business at all?
Yeah, it's been helpful. It's been helpful, and that's why I say it was the gift and the curse, because it was super helpful for the business as far as helping us get more traction, more eyes on the technology, more people engaged and involved. It came at a crazy time in the business because we were doing more B2B kind of contract work than anything else. So we, Shark Tank's a B2C show. You know what I'm saying? It's people going on there watching and wanting to be able to go and buy the Scrub Daddy or the Bomba socks immediately. So that had to take a little pivot in our business plan, in our go-to-market strategy, because we were focused more on contract work. And when you're going direct to consumer, that's a different type of communication.
Yeah,
that's a different type of presentation. So, excuse me, I got burps right now, but so we spent a lot of 2023 post Shark Tank, receiving a lot of orders. So shout out to everybody that ordered their tap sensor.
Oh, that's so good. So what's helpful for sales?
Yeah, it was helpful for sales.
That's good.
But then we had to go into the lab and redo our entire app. So we had to redo our app, we had to redo our marketing, we had to redo our website. Like we had to go in and because of that response from the direct to consumer marketplace, we had to go and become a technology that wasn't only accurate but also appealing. So that was the majority of 2023. We rolled that out early in 2024. It's been going like gangbusters. People are loving it. So now that we're on the back end of all of that, like transformation, it was probably one of the best things that we could have did, and we're going to continue to push until we're the most successful business coming off of Shark Tank. Like we want to be that
good, man.
$10 billion business. Shark Tank.
So look, you can see the website right there on the bottom, themetricmate.com. Please visit the website. The whole point of this is to help founders get customers. Founders need customers. Like if you're into fitness, please go visit the website, themetricmate.com. Check them out. If you're an early stage founder, we do these things regularly. We're paying for founder therapy. We're raising a fund to invest in founders in our community. Like join our communities. https kabila.mn.co. I probably need to put that in there. Because I don't think it'll open if you don't put the https:/. I'll fix that in a second. Like I think I just dropped today, Anastasia Simon, who's now the managing director of the Techstars Water Tech, Clean Tech accelerator down in Alabama. She's coming into the community. We're doing a private event. And it's like when investors say, so tell me about yourself. How do you answer that question? How do you tell your story? Like if you're not doing that well, you're missing out on an opportunity to make a meaningful connection and move deals forward, to close faster with investors. So, join the community and take advantage of these things. We got some really awesome other things coming down the pike too. But we want to do these like every other week or so. We would love to feature you, help you connect. I have like 5,000 plus people following me on LinkedIn and another several thousand across multiple platforms. We want to be helpful. So like tap in, join us. Okay, so we got somebody throwing a little shade. I don't know if Seth is saying shade like most watch, like, come on, like they don't believe you, said don't believe you, or said it's like, oh, come on, wow. Like, which is it said? Which is it said?
Which one? Have you watched
it? Like,
have you watched it said? Have you put your eyes on it yet? Then I don't want to hear anything.
Can you put the link to the episode? You probably don't have that at the ready. Drop that in the comments.
Stay ready. You don't have to get ready. That's all I got to
drop that in the comments. I'm just waiting for Sid to come back and clarify what that comment means. Please clarify that for us. You throwing shade or you like, wow, that's incredible. Okay, a comment coming in.
Sid
I believe.
I know she's not. She's the homie for sure.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Sid. I appreciate it. I think I met Sid at the Techstars Atlanta at last demo day they did.
Yeah.
I met Sid. Then, or maybe it was when David was in town. David Cohen was in town. Sid has the like the Uber audio rental stuff. Is that Sid's business?
Yeah, Stage Wing. Shout out Stage Wing for being absolutely
Shout out Stage Wing. That's what's up. Yeah, Stage Wing. Drop the link to your website, Sid, in there too, because we here to promote startup founders, right? Stages, stagewing.com, whatever it is, please drop it. So let's see. What do we got? What else? Okay, so I don't know if I asked you this question. Maybe I didn't, but I mean to. Any suggestions for people trying to get on the show? And before you answer that, I will say I was on CNBC's version of Shark Tank.
Yeah, I remember you told me.
A long time ago. So that was not a great experience for me because they edited it and chopped it up in a way that made me look bad. I did get some sales out of it. I think we got about, I don't know, maybe like $5,000 or $6,000 in sales out of it. So, some people go on those shows, they have great experiences. It's just mixed. It all depends on how the editors chop you up. You know what I mean? I said, if I ever go on another show like that, bro, like I'm bringing my own drama. They won't have to go looking for nothing. Like this is what the drama I'm bringing.
I'm telling you, right? And that's a little known fact. Like at the end of the day, the TV show is very, very important. And making it to the TV show is still a feat even after you go and record. So make sure you're ready. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you have your kind of mini script in your head.
Bliss, I'm gonna be a whole jerk. I'm gonna be like, we'll offer you, $1 million for 40% of your company. And I'm gonna be like, well, why would I do that?
Why would you think that's a smart idea? Would you do that?
Like, would you do that? Right? How many? Now tell me, Miss Investor, how many companies are in your portfolio? 100.
Right.
How much time are you actually going to be spending helping me build my business? But you want 40%? Nah, I'm good. That's gonna be me on TV.
Do it, man. I ain't mad.
Oh my God, but I'm not going to any more of those shows. All right, so stagewing.com. Thank you for the love. Appreciate you, Sid. Like, please share this with your people following this, wherever you're watching this. Looks like you're on LinkedIn. Please reshare it. Put a note. Hey, check this out, right? Go support Metric Mate. Visit themetricmate.com. All right, okay, so cool. So you can answer the question. Any suggestions for people who want to try to figure out how to get on the show? How do they do that?
Get out there and apply. Put yourself out there. You never know until you try. We didn't know. So until you actually get out there and either speak with a recruiter, because they have national recruiters now for a lot of these shows, or if you get opportunity to go to a casting call, take the opportunity. If you feel like you have something that's dope, show it to the world. And then just be patient and be very, very clear that this is a TV show. Whatever TV show you decide to go on, whether it's Shark Tank, The Blocks, Dragon's Den, which is like an offshoot, or the original Shark Tank, like no matter what you want to go on, make sure that you're presenting yourself and presenting your information as though it would be dope for a TV show. What kind of TV show would you watch? If you were getting up there on TV, would you watch yourself? And that's the kind of way you got to go into the actual recording as well. It's like, I want to be watchable. I want to be entertaining. I want everybody on set to like. I'm remembered. So take that in.
And you need to learn how to do a 60-second pitch, right? Because I remember the first, I applied twice for Shark Tank, and I made it to the next to last round both times. But the first one was a 60-second pitch. But you have to know how to give a 60-second pitch. And somewhere, if you go to my featured post, I mean, I did some. We actually had David Cohen, Techstar CEO, come. We did a live stream with 3 founders, and they pitched him live their 60-second elevator pitch. And it was a lot of great feedback in that. So just go look on my featured post and scroll down. It's down in there somewhere. I got a bunch of those things on there. Hopefully that will be helpful. If you're watching, again, let us know where you're coming in from. Would love to give you a shout out. If you got a startup, drop the link in the chat. Let's celebrate you too. We're here to celebrate startup founders, man. All right. So what were some of the biggest challenges you had launching Metric Mate, and how did you overcome them?
Man, the hardest challenges was getting out of my head. So the first thing you got to do to be able to do that is do something. That's what I tell a lot of people. Hey, just get out there and do something. Even if it's not 100% right, get out there and test, get out there and ask questions, write up a survey and see if people really want what you're offering. Get out your head is one of the biggest things. And then the next biggest thing is finding the money. You know what I'm saying? Finding the capital to be able to pull this thing off. And especially being a hardware company with our T.A.P sensor, which works with our resistance training equipment, and then being able to build an app on the back end as well. It's cost intensive up front. You got to get a little launch pad to be able to actually make it happen. But once you get into the market, once you start getting that feedback, once you actually start seeing that you're building something that people want because you've asked those questions, then a lot of stuff becomes a lot easier.
Yeah, and also if people want to pay, right? So I know I have a good relationship with Seth Godin, and I remember he said he used to come and do these workshops for us, and he would say, instead of asking for feedback, ask for the sale.
That's real. That's if you got something to sell. Nah, don't just be out here selling hopes and dreams.
Right. Exactly. If you have something to sell. No, that's 1,000% right. Okay, cool. So, but I love that, man. You have to build, so your case is different because you have a hardware product, and it's a reason they call hardware because they say it's hard. I'm going to get your take on that in a second. But that requires some capital outlay up front, maybe some iterations on a prototype. That takes money and it takes time. So I appreciate that. So what were some of the most rewarding moments or stories that you can share on the journey so far?
Most rewarding moments, man. I wouldn't even say it's getting recognized, but people recognizing your work. To get into the point where, like you said, you're out there, you've got something that's functional, whether it's fully functional or not, and you're letting folks be able to use it. You're letting folks get exposure to it. You're doing interviews like we're doing right now, where you're talking about it and you're letting the idea kind of flourish on its own. And then just folks kind of recognizing your work in the space. It's they might not know you, but as soon as you say a company name, they're like, oh yeah, I heard about that. That's one of the best feelings, especially as an early stage founder, that I feel like I've got. You know what I'm saying? Pre-revenue, pre-capital investment, pre any of that is kind of that's the fuel for the fire to keep you pushing on. When you think that things aren't necessarily going in your direction is when your effort is being recognized. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily you, but your company or your product or your innovation in the space, that's super dope.
Well, presumably some of those people are talking about you're actually covenant customers, so they're actually providing revenue, which is even better, right?
You know what I'm saying? That would be better. You know what I'm saying? That would be better. But like you said, dealing with the hardware space, there's a runway in between then and between conception, invention, and revenue. There's a long little runway in there called I ain't got no money. And when you don't have any money, when you don't have any revenue, and you definitely don't have a product that you can provide people, just that recognition of you've been in these streets, you've been working hard, you've been changing the game, and things are actually moving forward. That's probably the big.
Yeah, well, fortunately, you passed all that, and it's a good feeling to actually have some revenue, right?
You know what I'm saying? A little bit. We ain't where we want to be yet, so that's always the
but you have revenue. You have a product. You have revenue, right?
I mean, you'll take what you get.
You have customers. You have customers, right? We have customers. And we're here to get more. That's why we're here. All right. Okay. Cool. So you did show the product a little bit there, but it's kind of hard to see there. Did you mentioned the B2B thing? So how does that work? It goes on inside the weight equipment. Like how does that work?
So it actually goes, it goes on the equipment that you're working out with. So the way it's attached right now, this is the actual sensor. So it's small, it's light, it's compact. And there's a couple of ways that you can actually attach it to your equipment. You can use the magnets on the bottom. So if you're working out with like a barbell, dumbbell, doing some light exercises, some curls, some tricep extensions, you can use the magnet. If you're doing stuff a little bit more violent, like your deadlifts, your squats, your lunges, where you get into some heavier weight, that's why we have our clip here that you can strap around the apparatus, start working out with it. And then actually in our handy dandy carrying bag, we equip you with a metal pin as well that goes into the sensor. So if you're working out with a machine and you have that pin that you use to select the weight, now you can use our smart pin instead of that dumb pin to be able to track all your workouts on the machine. So it's pretty versatile. We've got a couple of other applications that we're going into joint ventures to be able to bring to the world in the boxing space and the yoga and the Pilates space as well, being able to track some information. But yeah, that was the original makeup of the MVP to be able to get us in the market.
That's so good, man. That's amazing. So you alluded to this a little bit when I said, people say hardware-based products are more challenging than pure software-based products. You alluded to a little bit for the time. Any other thoughts about, why it's harder to do a hardware product, not just from like a production standpoint, but also from an investor/investment standpoint?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, if you look at the growth as far as startup companies over the past decade, 2 decades, it's been a lot of software companies, a lot of software-based companies. So when you think about that, the people that are going into the investment market are going to be familiar more with software. And software and hardware are two different sides of the spectrum. So investors invest in, they build theses around what they know. They don't really dive into areas that they don't really know unless they just have a great speculation about it. And if you don't know hardware, if you've never been a part of a manufacturing supply chain, if you've never had to vet manufacturers and suppliers, those domestically and internationally, it's harder to kind of grasp the concept, not only of the complexity of it, because it is a complex situation, but the ease of it once you actually have it determined and you understand how these supply chains work, how these things communicate. So it's tough having those conversations because a lot of the real goal when it comes to a hardware company is in managing that supply chain. You can change your overhead costs, you can change your production speed, you can change so many things about the business if you understand the supply chain, where folks are investing in the flash in the bank and not really
also one of the challenges is it doesn't scale up as easily, as a software product. So that's why some investors, like I know for us at Kabila Ventures, we're going to be focused on, software, tech enabled products. I don't know so much we're going to be doing hardware, but like I understand everything you just said. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, cool, man. So I don't know if you have one, but is there a coupon or something that anybody out there is watching could use to try the product? You got something like that or no?
Yeah, so if you're in the Atlanta area, definitely pull up. We've got a couple of pop-ups that we're going to be doing coming up soon. So sign up on the Instagram, follow us on Instagram, follow us on LinkedIn for sure, and go to the website. We're gearing up for our generation 2 of our T.A.P sensor. So this is Gen 1. Actually like Gen 1.3. We made some updates within this platform. Now we're gearing up for our Gen 2. So we're collecting our waiting list on the website. Head over there, do a couple clicks, put in your email address. We'll keep you updated. We're going to be sending out a special coupon for everybody that signs up for the wait list. So if you really want to be able to tap in to a whole new generation, and I'm talking about being able to expand to different aspects of your fitness, like boxing, like yoga, like Pilates, like reading more information like your heart rate and your body temperature and things of that nature, without necessarily having to wear a watch, but being able to do it a lot more naturally, then you want to be able to tap into the second generation of the T.A.P sensor. So head over to metricmate.com and check in with your training accountability partner.
Amazing. So are you still doing B2B stuff or not so much anymore?
Yeah, for sure. Now, B2B
talk a little bit about that.
Foundation. So gyms, We're working with a couple of gyms, athletic programs, so being able to help athletes reach their full potential. Even being able to venture into the golf and the tennis space. So we did a partnership with the World Long Drive Competition. Shout out to my folks over there, where they're offering our technology to their competitors to help them better understand their workout journey, their regimen, and how they're going to be able to apply that to how far they can hit that golf ball off of that tee. So if you haven't checked out the World Long Drive, definitely YouTube it. Check out the season and the championship from last year. The championship was actually down here in Georgia. It was amazing, man. They were really driving
That's
that
so
ball,
good.
bringing a whole new aspect to the game of golf. So partnerships like that, contracts like that, that's what we're shooting for to be the foundation of it.
So if somebody's out there listening and they work in the fitness space or sports and they're looking for unique ways to help their athletes or their customers, like if they run gyms or something like that, they should reach out to you, right? Just visit themetricmate.com and hit you up. They can follow you on LinkedIn, M-T Strickland, and hit you up. Like, that's what we're here. We're hoping that some people will reach out to you. You know, again, we do this for the founders in our community. Like, visit kabila.mn.co. Put the HTTPS in front of it, please, and join our community. Like, we do this every week or two. We're paying for fundamental therapy. We're launching this venture fund. We do weekly founder check-ins because, you know, it's hard and lonely being a founder. And we're doing a bunch of different things to help amplify and elevate the founders in our community, man. So if that's you, like, join us. We would love to have you. I'd love to feature you on this platform as well. And finally, you know, this is an experiment. This is our second one. You know, if there's anything you think we could do differently to make this a more engaging forum or inspire people to actually go become a customer, like, let me know. Like, drop it in the comments here. Like, leave me a note somewhere on LinkedIn. If you're watching on Facebook, leave me a note, please. Like, we're you know, we're startup founders too. We're iterating, we're making changes, we're always looking to improve. I appreciate you. Do you have to hop right now, MT, or you got a second?
No, I got a second. What's up?
Okay. All right, no. So I'm going to end the stream here, and I'll talk to you in the green room. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you in a couple weeks. I think we're going to have, you know, Scania Floorstall.
I've heard of her. No, I haven't met her yet.
Scania from HBCU made. I think we're going to do Scania next. She's got this app for people who went to HBCUs. Like, I went to Morehouse, you went to Morehouse. It's just some really cool stuff that she's doing around that. So we want to, again, shine a light on what she's doing, help her get some more users, help her get some more partnerships with some of these HBCUs here to amplify and elevate the founders, man. That's what we do. All right, y'all. So we'll see you next time. Hang on, MT. Stand by. Later.
Peace.